And I don't know if there was a team in the entire country that needed the bye week at the time theirs came more than UNC needed the bye week at the time theirs was on the way. Opened the season 3 straight wins. Followed that up with 4 straight losses of the like mixed bag variety. Gave up 70 points to a group of 5 team. Gave up a 20-point lead to a crosstown rival. Got thrown over, got run over, got a little bit of everything. Most recently, a 41-35 loss to Georgia Tech. Now they have Virginia coming up this week on the road. 2 back-to-back road games, actually. Virginia and then followed that up by Florida State. 2 very winnable games. So what did UNC need to do over the bye week? What did North Carolina need to learn about themselves during unplug week? Go off the grid. Relax. That's what they needed. Relax. Calm down. Slow down. You're moving too fast. Mack Brown, their head coach, said the bye week came at the perfect time with everything going on.
The open week came at a perfect time. If you obviously you don't know timing. I mean, I've been worried about Ty Lee leaving us for the last 3 weeks because we knew it wasn't going to be long, and then they got down to 2 days to 2 weeks that they felt like he would be able to live. So you're thinking about what happens if it's Tuesday. What do you do? Do you have to cancel a game? Do you practice? Do you not practice? When do you have a funeral? What happens if it's Friday night?
That is weighing on them in a different way, right? That's one of their teammates dealt with a very serious sickness for
cancer for years,
and it's brutal, and you don't even want to like put it into a football conversation because that's a life conversation. But they're dealing with that, so the bye week hopefully gave them time to properly take a few minutes or a few days or however long they need to get the initial shock and the initial feelings of those kind of taken care of and give the support where they needed to give and receive the support where they needed to receive.
Yeah, got to process that. Remember, we're talking about kids here.
Oh, yeah. And then that's, I mean, some of the posts that they had, players on the team, it's brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no easy transitions. To the football side of things, they do kind of need to reset and start over their season. Right? It's the mid-morning shower where you're like, you know what? This is not a good day. I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to put on new clothes, and we're going to start over. Mack Brown on if the team can reset and start over at this point.
You know, I've said since the beginning I thought this would be a team that would get better at the end of the year because Coach Collins has come in with a new defense again. And I just it's obvious. You got so many new pieces on offense that they'll get better and better, and they are getting better. It's obvious we're better on offense than we were 3 and 4 weeks ago.
I think the reset, yes, but that's easy. We can all say that. We can all go, they need to start over and try harder. More specifically, when I said slow down, right, which is what everybody says when they go on vacation, right? Bye week, it's like the vacation. You got to slow down. I want to go somewhere off the grid. I want to stop getting caught up in the rat race. I wasn't saying slow down that way. I was saying slow down like run less plays. I've got some stats here for you. UNC is averaging 444 yards per game. That's the 6th most in the ACC. They also average 33 points scored per game, 7th most in the ACC, top half in both. They also give up the 3rd most yards on defense, just about 400. They also give up 30 points per game, 4th most in the ACC. I'm going to say this in a very, very simple way. Less offensive yards is fine if it pairs with more time on the sideline for the defense. Do you know what is the most, I can't explain it, stat, other than maybe they've been behind a bunch and really trying to sling it from the front, but with 3 wins and a 20-point lead against Duke and a couple other close games, I don't think that's the case. The most, I can't understand its stat, maybe of the entire ACC season thus far, UNC runs the 11th most plays per game in the FBS. They run the 11th most offensive plays per game in all of college football. If you have a dominant run game, stop doing that. Control the clock. Let it run. Georgia Tech has a similar dominant run game in that they're committed to it. They depend on it. They use that to open up the pass. Georgia Tech is 79th in plays per game. That's where UNC should be. It should be Omarion Hampton, then 30 seconds for Omarion Hampton to catch his breath. Then with 10 seconds left on the play call, on the play clock, you get back into finding a way to get the ball to Omarion Hampton. You're on your third quarterback. You have a dominant running game. Just slow down. And if you fall behind by a touchdown, it's fine. Chill. Relax. Slow down. Slow down.
I think some of the plays, at least a chunk of it, has to do with their defense gives up a lot of quick scores. So you're back out on the field pretty quickly.
I mean, obviously you have to acknowledge that when you're behind, you have to kind of play fast to get up there. But my argument is we've seen quite a few comebacks this season and last season that are driven by staying dedicated to the run once you fall behind. Now, if you don't think your defense is good at all, then you better be able to say, all right, we're going to run the ball to give you your best chance at getting the 1 or 2 stops we need. I've never heard someone say, I don't trust my defense, so the better and faster they get on the field, or the faster they get back on the field, the better. If I don't trust my defense, I need them to pull out all the stops for like 3 possessions. Right? If I don't trust my defense, the last thing I want to do is put them out there 14 times a game. I need you to take all the time you possibly can to rest on the sideline while I control the tempo on offense. And then when I put you out there, I mean, you're like the video game where you're holding turbo the whole time. And you're just like, you're going to run out of it, but use your best shot while you got it, right? That's what I'm doing for this defense. Just slow down. And I think that'll help Jacoby Criswell. I think that'll help everybody, right? Let Criswell have 15 seconds once he knows the play clock to look at the defense. There's no rush out there. Put yourself on. You're the pitcher when you're on offense, right? The pitcher can be up there, get into his stance, look at the hitter, control things. Nobody makes you go. At least that's the way it used to be. Now there's pitch clocks and everything. It used to be the pitcher was out there playing on his time. That's the offense. You want to take your time? Take your time. Carolina is 11th in all of football bowl subdivision in plays per game. That's more than just being down in a handful of games, which, by the way, I think it would have helped you maybe win one of those 4 games that you lost. You're up 20 against Duke. Slam on the brakes. I'm coaching my son's 3-year-old and 4-year-old baseball team. We warm up with red light, green light. I'm the assistant coach. Head coach through the yellow light out there, which is slow motion. It's hilarious. Kids are running full speed. Slow motion. They love it. I want that for UNC. Green light, chaos, go, go, go. 11th most plays in the country. Go, 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 go. Red light, stop. Yellow light is where I think they live. Slow motion. I hope they learn that, right? Self-scout is big during bye week. That first week of the bye, we used to only watch us. The next week, you can get into game plan. You can watch your next opponent. That first week is self-scout. Have your defensive coordinator watch your offense film and say, how would I attack you?
That's what Manny Diaz said they did over at Duke.
Ready for this, UNC? Take a page out of Duke football.
Yeah.
Looking up at them in the standings. Sure, it doesn't make you happy, but it's fact.